Hey guys, welcome to Mr. Smith's Kitchen. Brian, Mr. Smith Kitchen. And it's Wednesday. It's late. I'm sorry that my video came out so late, but been a busy day. I still wanted to cook. And tonight we're going to do something really kind of interesting and different, I think. It's a spaghetti, or a chicken spaghetti casserole. The original recipe I got from Pioneer Woman, and it was a kind of a vague recipe. But that's alright because I added some things to it, did some things a little differently. And yeah, that's pretty much it looks good at any rate. It's not a traditional Italian dish. It doesn't have any spaghetti sauce in it or anything like that. So, but I think it's going to work out very well. So get that out of your mind if that's what you're thinking. This has got some sharp cheddar cheese in it, some onions, some green peppers, some chicken, some cream of mushroom, pimentos, garlic, regular mushrooms, and spaghetti noodles. So, anyhow, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If this is your first video, I hope you get something out of this video. Check out some of my other videos. They're not half bad, really, I don't think, but that's my opinion, and I'm a little biased. All my new subscribers, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. I'm glad you came to the neighborhood. I hope you get something out of our adventures in the kitchen and some other things. Right now, I'm also currently working on building a stove cover for a friend of mine's mom. That I think she'll be very happy with. But anyhow, if you're returning, thank you. Glutton for punishment, but thank you. I'm glad you stopped by. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Pretty kind of important. Helps get us out into the algorithm. Puts us in people's feeds. Lets me know how I'm doing. Or if you're trolling me, it's okay either way because it still puts us out on the feeds. Subscribe button is right down below me. Go ahead and just hit it with your thumb. Notification bell is right next to it. Lets you know when my videos come out. Comments, always welcome. Try to respond to all of them. Just be kind. You know, it's okay to disagree. Just be kind. If you're rude or you're being mean, probably going to just kick you out of our neighborhood. Which I hope that doesn't happen. It hasn't happened yet. That doesn't mean, it could, but I hope not. So anyhow, that being said, now that I've ran through the gamut of everything you need to know, Facebook group, forgot about it. I don't know how, but we have a Facebook group, Mr. Smith's Kitchen. Stop by. You can join. Doesn't cost nothing. We don't ask questions. It's a public group. And it lets you throw some recipes on there, or ask questions, or, I post a lot of recipes on there and shortcuts to some of my videos, things like that. But it's mostly just there to swap recipes, talk about daily life, anything you want, basically. It's part of being in the neighborhood. Yeah, I think that's it. So anyhow, let's get down to the counter and we will start this journey together of chicken spaghetti casserole. All right, hold on for me 1 second. Okay, we are down here to the counter. Although you see mostly the stove at the moment. Oh, let me pause that for me real quick. There we go. Watching horror movies. I always watch scary haunted ghost movies when I cook or bake. It's kind of what I do. So the first thing we did, this is where I varied greatly from the recipe that they gave us on, or that I found on the Pioneer Woman website, which if you get a chance, check out their website. They got all kinds of cool recipes on there. But in their recipe, they had you take a fryer chicken, whole chicken, and boil it. And then pull it out, let it cool, and then pick it apart because you will need about 2 cups worth of chicken. Now you're saying, well, there's more than 2 cups worth of chicken on a fryer chicken. You're right, there is. But you can do other things with it. Make additional meals. If you're not going to use it all, you can throw it in the freezer. That way it stays good as long as you tightly wrap it up and then put it in a nice freezer baggie. It'll be good for another month at least. But I'll use the remainder of mine for dinner for tomorrow. But here's what I did different. I put mine in the oven in a roaster and I roasted it. Covered it with some salt and pepper. Threw it in the oven, cooked it per its directions, 20 minutes per pound at 350 degrees. Boom. Roasted chicken. So to counterbalance that, because in their recipe, you're to take the water that you use for your roaster chicken and cook your noodles al dente. So what I did was I put some water in my pot, which is starting to boil now. And I added a couple cups of chicken broth to it. That way I have that flavor, right? To go with it. And then there were a couple other little things I did differently. So let me get this up and completely boiling. Once I get it completely boiling, believe it or not, I'm not going to add salt to it because I had that chicken broth that I put in there isn't unsalted. It is salted. It's got a good salty flavor to it to bring out the chicken broth. So I'm just going to let that ride. So let me get this boiling, and then we'll put the noodles in and talk about what we did with the noodles. Okay, our water is boiling. And like I said, I'm not going to put any salt in here because it's not an unsalted broth. That way we can, I don't have too much salt. So what I did was I got 3 cups of spaghetti noodles. Now they are broken up into like 2 to 3 inch pieces, but you want them into, at least a couple inch pieces. I'm gonna pour those in there and I'm gonna cook them al dente. Which that actually breaking up the spaghetti noodles probably goes against every Italian dish known to man. But that's all right. This is not an Italian dish. It just has spaghetti noodles in it, which is why it's called chicken spaghetti casserole. So we're going to cook those to al dente. So it's going to take about 5-6 minutes to get them to where we want to go. We don't want to fully cook them because we're going to put this in the oven, and that will help finish cooking it. All right, so we let our noodles cook till they were al dente, about 5-6 minutes. And floor. Sorry, I had to find a home for my lid. So the next thing I want to do is take a couple cups of this sauce. Now I could have just cooked these in straight water and then used chicken broth, but I wanted to kind of hold true to this recipe. And in the original recipe, you took, after you got done doing your fryer chicken and you boiled your noodles, you took 2 cups of the stock. So it wasn't a full-blown stock. But then we'll just take these and drain them. Right. Got those drained. Put my noodles back in there. Sorry. Alright, I'm going to go put the lid on this real quick, and that way it doesn't clump up. Okay, so moving on. Let me get you adjusted down here to the countertop. Like such. And we'll look at all these wonderful ingredients we have. So the first thing we're going to need to do is take a bowl with our chicken in it. And to that, I'm going to add what is a small, 4-ounce, 6-ounce can of mushrooms to this. I'm going to add 2 cans of cream of mushroom to this. Maybe, if I can get it to come out. There we go. Let me grab a spoon real quick. That way we don't waste. Now the mushrooms are an addition, but it'd be a small can. You notice I didn't use that whole can. That's because it's a larger can. That would be 2 of the small mushroom cans that you would buy in the store. We process our own mushrooms. That way, yeah, because we can. We'll wait until we find fresh mushrooms on sale, and then we'll process them. I got a video on how to process mushrooms. They're not hard to do at all, and they can save you a fair amount of money in the long run. And it's always good to have them on hand. We have them done in vinegar and in regular, just water. Yeah, we got them done in a vinegar brine and water both. Give that a little mix up. And then to that, I got 3 minced garlic cloves. Get those in there. 1 4-ounce jar of pimentos. I can't tell you the last time I had a pimento, but the original recipe called for it, so we're going to put those in there. I've got, down here on the counter, I've got 1 medium onion that I finely diced, and 1 medium-sized bell pepper. Now, you can put as little or as much of any of this stuff that you want into it. Nobody will say a word, right? I'm going to add some salt and pepper to taste. Oop. Now, I don't have to add a lot of salt, because remember, my broth has salt in it. When I made the chicken, salt and pepper. So I don't want to add a bunch. So I'm going to add about 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of each. Let's say that in this case, with this dish, it just didn't have enough salt. You can always add a little salt to it at your plate for each individual need. And then the last thing I'm going to put in here after we get our salt and pepper to taste is just 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne. You know, you can admit it if you don't like cayenne. That's perfectly fine. Or you can put hot sauce in there. You could put anything you want. And then the last thing we're going to need after we give that a decent mix up to add into this before we put our noodles in. We got 2 more ingredients left to go. This really would not be a hard weeknight meal, especially if you meal prep and you do like, I don't do this as much anymore, but when I make my meal plan for the week, if I know I'm going to need diced green peppers or diced whatever, I go ahead and dice some up when I'm doing my meal planning, and then that way I have it ready to go for the week. So the next thing we need to add to this is our 2 cups of our water. Give that a good stir. Then after we get that stirred up a little bit, make sure there's no chunks or lumps. The cream of mushrooms will automatically break up the minute you put that hot broth in there. Well, pasta water. And then we're going to add 2 cups of sharp cheddar cheese, but you can use any kind of cheese you like. The original recipe called for sharp cheddar. Sounded good. Why not? So we'll put that in there. So the additions I made that weren't in the original recipe were the garlic, the mushrooms, excuse me, and the way I did the chicken. So the last thing to add to this bowl is going to be our pasta. Now, with the cheddar cheese or with your cheese, you're going to need about 3 cups total, but you're only going to put two cups in this mix. And that cheese is going to start to melt just right away. I mean, no questions asked. Get our noodles in there, like such. We're going to mix that all together. Yeah, I mean, you see, I don't even have a big spoon out. Yeah, got a little lazy with it. But I am going to need a spatula, so to speak. Well, maybe not. We'll see. All right, we got that mixed up, looking good. Move our cheese out of the way. So, after we get it all mixed together, you know, quick and easy, just like a ninja, all we have to do now is take a 9x13 casserole dish. We're going to pour this in there. Now, you want to, see, and I did it again. I always forget to tell you guys this. You want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees when you start this process. I don't know why I find it so difficult to tell you guys that, but I'm sure when you watch this video, I will have put something down below in the screen here, right around in there somewhere, that has told you to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Get that smoothed out like such. I know if nothing else, even if it tastes horrible, it's very colorful at minimum. And then we will take the rest of our sharp cheddar cheese and put that on top. Give it a good spread out. I may add some more cheese to it. Let's add some more cheese to it real quick. What do you say? Get our grater out. I have Sarah standing off camera, drooling onto the floor over the way this looks. But we're going to put some more cheese on there real quick. Why not? It is chicken spaghetti casserole. Yes, very fancy. All right, we got more cheese to go around. A little more cheese at any rate. We can always add more as we go. So, now that we've got that done and our oven heated at 350 degrees, we are going to put this in the oven. Sorry if I moved you too quick. I have a tendency to do that. We are going to put this in the oven for 45 minutes. That way we can ensure everything is completely cooked, which it should be. It gives our cheese a chance to get nice and golden brown. What we're looking for is golden brown cheese, and you should see the cream of mushroom soup bubbling. Another option that I was thinking about doing with this was doing 1 can of cream of mushroom, 1 can of cream of chicken. I don't know why it wouldn't work, but I wanted to stick as close as I could to this recipe. So let me get this in the oven, and when I come back, we'll pull it out, take a look at it, and talk about what we're going to do next before we eat it. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, the timer is going off. Let's go ahead and get our oven glove on and grab a towel. I really need to purchase another oven glove. I mean, really, I need to purchase another oven glove. Most amazing thing ever. There's lots of variations to it. I just happen to have the oven glove. All right, pull this out. Oh yeah, she is a bubbling. Cheese is melted and gooey. I think we have accomplished our end game. Bring you over here so you can take a gander at it. There we are. So, what do we do now? Well, what we're going to do now is we are going to let that bad boy sit and rest for about 5-10 minutes. We would try to eat that now. It would be really liquidy and it would just burn your face right off. We don't want that. My hair is sticking up. So we're going to let it calm down, let all the flavors relax a little. That way we can taste it, right? So let's let it sit for about 5-10 minutes. And when I come back, we'll serve it up and try some. All right, be right back in a second. All right, we let her sit for a few minutes. So now we'll play this up a little bit of it, see how it turns out. What, Abby, honey?
I'm so ready.
Almost. Oh, geez, a Pete. What was that all about? Okay. Yep, I hear you got the hiccups. Here. There you are.
Oh.
All right, I am sorry about that, guys. We had a technical error. So I can tell you it's probably a little bit runnier than I'd like, but that's okay. I would almost put it in a bowl. But all in all, not shabby. Maybe go with a cup and a half of the chicken broth. But there we are, right there. I think it looks fantastic. And we could even probably put some more cheese on it. So now what we got to do is, as you can see, it's steaming, so it's smoking hot. Even after letting it sit for 10 minutes. But, I mean, imagine if it's that hot now that it's still steaming. Imagine trying to put that in your mouth as soon as it comes out of the oven. Ooh, man, you would be a wreck. But that's all right. We're going to give her a shot anyhow. All right. All right. That's really good. I don't think it needs anything else. No more salt, no more pepper. You can taste everything in it. Yeah. I'm digging it. That's really good. Things you can side this with: a simple salad. We're gonna do corn and some bread. You can do dinner rolls. You could do like a French loaf or Italian bread. Any of that stuff would be good with it. Yeah, any vegetable on the side would be good, like a broccoli or cauliflower, asparagus, whatever. Like I said, we're doing corn tonight because we had it readily available. But yeah, give this a try. I definitely think you'll like it. And if you do try it, let me know. You're like, Brian, it was really good. Brian, it was horrible. Now, I'm sorry for all the background noise. Abby is, I don't know what Abby and Chris are getting into, but they're making a bit of a ruckus. And, but yeah, let me know. You can be like, Brian, this was horrible. Why did you even try to make this? I don't think you'll be disappointed though. But if you do try it, let me know. So tomorrow, I'm still up for stained glass cookies. They're fun. They're not really hard. It's like making cutout cookies with an extra step. And I really think it'd be something you could do with your kids if you have kids, or if you just like cookies. They're fun to make. But anyhow, till tomorrow for those, I love you. I love you very much. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Tell somebody else you love them and you love them very much. It's going to make their day a whole lot better. It's going to make you feel better telling them. And if you bring them over some of this chicken spaghetti casserole, they're going to be like, oh yeah, you definitely care about me. Let's have conversation. This would be great to have dinner, have conversation. It'll be awesome. But that being said, I'm going to take this up to the table, get them yahoos to quit talking so much by putting some of this goodness in on their plate. So till tomorrow for stained glass cookies, I love you. I'll see you then. All right? Bye.